Hey guys, good morning, or should I say guten Morgen. Today we find ourselves in Cologne. We're going to be sampling some of the most amazing traditional food. So keep tuned and we'll see you shortly. Hi guys, thought we'd just walk into the city centre from the hotel, trying to landmark, view and see the traditional food places we're going to. And we stumbled upon the Cologne Cathedral. Beautiful Gothic building. And we want to be able to just take a few pictures of it and show you that here you've got tours, you've got amazing views and also views of the city and the Rhine as well. So you can't miss it if you come to Cologne. Hey guys, so I just wanted to be able to take you through this opportunity to see the city centre in just a small variety, just a small 360 degrees. You have the Hauptbahnhof just behind me, it's spinning around here. There we are, the Hauptbahnhof. You see the Haus and Bushof from this square here. Just on the left hand side of me you see a little bit more of the city centre and then this huge Gothic landmark, World Heritage Site. I mean, look at that. Look at the shit angles, look at the beauty. You've got to come to Cologne, guys. Now we're after one of the most famous traditional Brauhaus of Cologne. This is Frau am Dam, and we're going to be sampling the most amazing traditional foods there. So come with me. So we're through am Dam, one of the most famous Brauhausen in Cologne. It's been here since the 1904 and it's huge, really, really dark wood, traditional German setting, hard wood, hard floors. It looks beautiful. It looks just as glorious on the inside as it does on the outside, just like the cathedral we saw just a few moments ago. Just received one of the menus from the waiters or servers. Now for the Brauhausen restaurants, they're traditionally called cups. And this is for a German hospitality trade specifically. Some of them are playful, we've got a really playful one. Some of them are really serious, some of them will take their jobs with the greatest amount of respect, but all of them have a different unique character and all of them offer something a bit more. So when you come to one of these visit restaurants, you will see a whole variety and you never know what you're going to get, but what you are going to get is amazing food. That's what we're looking for. So today we're just going to order two particular items from the traditional set. The first thing, Mittwurst. The second item, which I'm really excited about, is Himmel and Earth. And this is an understanding of heaven and earth. From the earth will be the potatoes, from the heaven will be the apples. So that combination between will work really, really well. So I'm really excited to have that, and our cop will come and collect our order shortly. Mittwurst? Yes. And Himmel and Earth?
Himmel and Earth.
That's
yes.
it?
Very nice, very nice.
Good, thank you. Thank you so much. So my Mittwurst has just arrived. That's Mittwurst, the sausage itself, pork, and then you've got sauerkraut, and then you've got potato puree. So three really simple ingredients done really, really well on a hot plate. The sauerkraut itself really, really strong in flavour, already effervescent up, and really huge presence in the plate. So let's give it a go. That sausage is awesome. Really loads of flavour once you get it in. Good texture. On the outside is nice and crisp. Lovely. I imagine that worked really well with sauerkraut. Really bold sauerkraut. Quite sour, but I imagine with it was really balanced off nicely. And then with the potatoes, sorry. Bit of nice, really subtle, maybe a little bit too subtle. I think it'd be overpowered by everything else. But mixing it all together. That sausage needs to be with the sauerkraut. Can't have it without. Otherwise, it's really good textures. Fibrous with the sauerkraut. Really soft, whipped up puree. And then obviously the sausage just feeds it in nicely. Really nice, really good. The heaven and earth, the fried onions, the pork, the apple, the potato, all looks amazing. This is the best looking dish that I've had so far. Really nice presented. So I'll start with all the things individually first. Apple's lovely, really nice delicate softness, but still like almost like a puree sense of it. Again, serve with a puree, a bit of potato puree, balanced nicely. I think that's traditional items. I think that are going to go really well with the fried onions. I think there's nothing better than having like textures and a variety of colours, but those textures will work out really well. So black pudding has a wonderful texture to it, really nicely thin, delicate, but really bold in flavour. It works really well with any purees, as you'd expect black pudding and apple puree, just great sense of combinations working together. And there's a lightness in the sauce as well, yeah, to balance out the boldness, so it's not like they counteract each other. It's just a wonderful blend. The textures are amazing. Should definitely come for this. I don't think I've had a better traditional dish thus far, and this is going to really stack it up for the rest. That's what I'm going to benchmark for everyone else. But from Brauhaus, a really good start. Just finished our first course. Now I'm moving on to our second course, and I've ordered Schweinehaxen, which is a ham hock, more based on a history of peasant food, so really low cost items, and Haferhahn. And Haferhahn is a sandwich on rye bread with cheese, onions, and it's grilled with butter. This is best served with beer, and there's no better beer than the one that's made by the same restaurant that we're actually in. But if I can ask my German friends why the Haferhahn actually is called such in the history of it if it doesn't contain chicken at all. So if I can ask you just to place your comments just below, will give us a bit of information on it so we can engage with that. Other than that, I just asked our co to be able to deliver this, and we're looking forward to seeing it soon. Ah, very good. Wow.
And it's a halbe Hahn.
Nice.
Huge cheese, have a good meat together.
So I've just received my Haferhahn, and it's a little bit different than I expected, but that's a good thing. Almost in the deconstructed format, which was on trend a while back. So I've got my rye bread, cold, freshly baked for today. I've got my butter, I've got my Gruyere cheese, which it's more like cheddar if I'm honest with you, and served with some pretzels. However, traditionally it's served with pickles and raw onion as well. So there's a slight difference from here, but we'll give it a go anyway. Bread nice and soft. As you can tell, we're like really crispy on the outside. And traditionally rye is a really good bread to use for this, but I think I'm going to need a bit of salt on this as well to kind of bring out the flavours of them all. Bread, cheese. The pretzels I'll leave after. I feel like already this could really do with a bit more toppings than what he already has. Let's give it a go. This may take some time. Nice, nothing wrong with that at all. Needs onions, needs pickles, needs all the traditional things in my opinion. But bread, great. Would like it to be just a little bit more maybe. Butter, maybe a little bit less chilled. Cheese, perfect, great, really nice thickness. To be fair, it does depend like when you're at home when you have your cheese. I have nice thick cheese. I want to be able to have the texture, creaminess from it. It's got loads of good flavour to it, but it just needs moisture. It needs something a bit more. Nice, great. Tradition served with beer. That's probably where you're going to get your moisture from. But otherwise, cool, really good. So I've just been delivered my Schweinehaxen, and it's immense, huge. I'm not going to be able to finish that, but the value for this is huge. Really, really good actually. Traditionally, when we serve ham hock, it's not in this. It's maybe in a glass jar with inexpensive items just kind of thrown in. This is in Bavaria really popular, and it's an inexpensive piece of meat stored for a couple of days and just really kind of put through its paces with extra flavour. Then it's slow roasted, and this is what you get. Potato itself with is almost sautéed with bacon lardons, so you've got loads of flavour in there, beautiful herbs thrown in, and as you eat, it's a serious item in your plate. Let's see what it tastes like. I have to go for the good stuff first. Oh good. It's a little bit dry, but I only take the top bit. Besides biting my tongue a few times, actually it's really nice. Good flavour, good depth, really robust pork flavour if I'm honest with you. Let's see if we can find a bit more moisture thrown in now. Really tearing off. You can almost make shredded pork with this if I'm honest with you. That's a bit better. Further you go in, you start tasting the sweetness, the fat that's in there to keep the moisture. Really nice. You could literally shred this apart. You don't even need a knife. Just pull it apart with a spoon if you wanted. Try the potato side of this. Oh, it's gone really warm. Potatoes are nice, they're sautéed. Nice delicate flavour. The herbs really bring it out a little bit. Again, heavy on the bacon. So you've got pork, and it's just a really heavy dish. If you love pork, you'll love this dish. And frankly, I think it's a wonderful dish. To me, it doesn't beat the Heaven and Earth dish I had. For me, that's the one that's winning out of this. Just by textures, by flavours, by depth. But this is a wonderful dish. Absolutely nice, top notch. So just on closing, really, best dish was the Heaven and Earth. Really good flavour. Black pudding, which isn't really a pudding, it's more of a sausage with spices, barley, oats, with sheep's blood. That's how it's cooked. Beautiful, super, super nice. That's my favourite dish. All of them really high in the value mark. Maybe one just missed that mark. But nevertheless, the pork, even the pork's crackling in this game was beautiful, super, super nice, nice lifted salad. But for me, as we just asked for the bill, great value. And the portions are huge, as you'd come to expect for the traditional food segment within Germany itself. Awesome, super, super happy. And full, they may have to wheel me out. That's kind of how full, but great value. Hi everyone, so I just finished a meal, just about to set up and do some more touristy things, and you can't finish a meal in a traditional place without having a schnapps. So, pause to everyone. And we're done. When in Cologne, you need to be really concerned about your health and safety. Ice creams can fall from the buildings. It's getting quite hot out here, as you can see. So we're in a restaurant today called Bei Oma Kleiman. This means at Grandma Kleiman, and this is a representative towards, named after the cook of the landlady who used to work, which is Paula Kleiman. And this just shows a real true heritage and culture towards a restaurant, and that can be influenced throughout the decor. You'll see Oma, who is represented in the pictures provided in a variety of ages, and you'll even see that level of commitment towards the history and the development of the restaurant, as even the team who have worked here for over 4 years will be included in that decor as well with pictures of them as a child. So you'll be able to see some of the representation of the team who are working here currently, and pictures of them just on the walls as well. A great homage to those who work and the reason why they still continue to work every day. That's the size of my head. Thank you. Right. A trip to Germany cannot happen without eating schnitzel, and that's what I've ordered today for my very traditional dish. Now, schnitzel itself is a thin piece of meat pounded together, fried with breadcrumbs in most cases. It can be veal, it can be pork, it depends on your flavour. For a true German dish, it needs to be pork. And that's what I've ordered today. It comes with a beautiful side salad with cabbage, with carrots, pine nuts, a kind of balsamic French dressing itself, with a bit of lightness. A bit of lemons to squeeze over the top, and now I'm going to tuck in. Despite being the largest schnitzel I've probably ever had, it's beautifully done. Nice and moisture in the middle, that kind of bread coating on the top. Really nice, crisp, the lemon juice and their herbs. Surprisingly light for what it actually is. Really nice. I'd enjoy the rest of that, there's no problem at all. Some fries underneath. Really, really good. Loads of salt, it's exactly what you need for fried items. It worked really well with the breadcrumbs. Loads of flavour. And you can see by the colour, really representing well for what fries can be. Skin on, exactly how I like my fries. Overall, the pork schnitzel is great with the salad themselves. I feel like the acid in the dressing really cuts through what it's been fried with. And for me, that combination is excellent, really, really nice. The pine nuts kind of give it a wonderful earthy feeling, along with the pork itself. They just seem to combine really, really well. Really good schnitzel. If you do want schnitzel and you're ever in Cologne, I really, really recommend this restaurant.